Okay, we're gonna look at another image from the public server palette, and I will open that image in Photoshop. So we're gonna do two things to this image. First of all, we're gonna do the same conversion as we did first time for black and white. So go ahead, select your adjustment layer for black and white. Okay, and if you don't see the options, if you close them, you can just double click. I don't know how mine went. I don't.
You have to click the icon.
I am.
Which one?
The one that's, it's on this side now.
Oh, it's there now. Yeah.
Now I closed it. Come back. It's, for those recorded, just give me a second. Okay. So now, you notice how flat this image looks like now in black and white? It's really flat. So that is why we have to do a better black and white conversion. So let's see. Let's decide how much red is in the image. And you can see where the red. So we probably need to bring the contrast up for the red. So I dragged it towards like 1. Okay? So move the slider towards your left. Then yellow. Let's see how much yellow. Yeah, we also move the slider towards right side. You can see how now it becomes more contrasty, the image. So I'm kind of seeing how much I want to go. I mean, I can do this, but I don't think it's going to look good. You think, what do you think? Around here? Here? Anybody has any idea? Because I think those are a little bit lighter. I don't want to make them too dark. So I think around 18, 20. Now check out the green. And you can see there's some green here. What was the original setting?
40.
So around there, you can leave it. I'll leave it. It looks fine. Cyan. And you can notice the cyan, it has some nasty things in it, but I'm going to bring it up to around 30. And we have blues as well, so we can see. Okay. And you can see the difference now in contrast. Look at that. So we're going to move it up towards the right side. So around 62. Now, I'm not showing magentas, and last time I skipped it. But magenta, there's not much magenta. So magenta I left alone. So go ahead and don't worry about this one. It originally was 40. What was magenta originally? 60?
78.
78?
80.
Okay, 80. So you can leave it alone. So this is kind of the setting, and you can already see how much more contrast this has. Okay, when you're done with the settings, now what we're gonna do is we are going to merge those layers. Okay, so make sure it looks good. Make sure you have contrast, okay? Because we're gonna merge them. So do Command E or go on the side of your layers and do the bottom says merge down like that. It's gonna be one layer. Now, actually I lied, because if you do that now, you're gonna lose a layer that we need. So before you merge your layers, thank you for paying attention. I was just testing you. So don't merge your layers. I undid it. We want to duplicate the background layer, okay? Duplicate it. Now merge those two together. Merge background copy and your black and white, and you leave the original background alone. So do click Command E. Select both layers, click Command E. And this should be the result of it. Okay? Or merge down, whichever one. As long as you have the original background color image and the color. Who wants me to repeat it? Okay. So now, when we have our layers merged, now we're gonna use a layer mask, which is on the bottom of the layers. You see that little icon says Add Layer Mask. Click on that. By default, it should be selected. Now select a brush from your tools and make sure you have the settings set to black and white. So this is in the bottom, is the default. And now shortcut on your keyboard, because you may have to go between both, is X. So if you go X, it's gonna switch between. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna uncover some areas and mask other areas. And what we're gonna do is we wanna show the color with your palette. So I'm gonna use my brush. I'm gonna use my right bracket to increase the size. That's on my keyboard. And then I'm gonna paint it away. Look at that. So what I'm doing is I'm uncovering the layer underneath it. I'm masking out this layer, right? So the black. Now if you mess up, if you do this, let's say I went too far, I picked up some other yellow here, you can just switch to white and you can remove it. And what it's doing is working in a non-destructive way. If I'm looking at my layers, you notice that my images are not being touched, only the mask. Okay, is that cool? So go ahead and paint all the paint. Oh, wrong key. So we're gonna paint those away.
You gotta choose a paintbrush.
You have to choose the paintbrush, yes.
Brush till the end. It gotta be white though, or black. It's black smart. Make your thing. Like make the.
So I'm just painting away.
Just color over.
So you notice, so what it's doing is we're masking some areas and we are covering other areas on this image. That way you can see the color better. Now notice here I went over. I'm going to use my left bracket and go to white. White is going to erase it, kind of like erasing the mask, because I went around it and I chose other colors, so I'm going to fix that. Okay? So continue on around, and again, the key to switching between black and white, foreground, background, is X on your keyboard. This one's pretty dark. I don't know, I can't tell. Yeah, this one I don't know. Like very dark blue.
Well, it's okay if we do the. Do you want us to
This
do
one
the
too.
white inside too, in the little? Because that part, there's blues in there too.
This one, no.
Well, no. Like you see, like the main part of it, it's that. But you see those dots like on the outside.
No, you don't have to. No, you're only gonna do the one inside. Even when I did, I went over and erased it. So you're only doing this part. You don't have to worry about doing the paint splatter. Okay, so I'm just painting away. It's funny how we're using black color and it makes it red or a different color, right? Magic. Magic of Photoshop. And what I like about this, again, is non-destructive way of working. So just know the terminology, non-destructive versus destructive, because it's not applied directly to the image. Now later, if I'm happy with it, I might apply it. And I have one more left. There's a lot of yellow in this painting. Okay. One more. Oh, I went over. So don't worry if you mess up, because you can just click X, go to white, and then erase that out. It really doesn't do erasing, or even masking or unmasking. Okay, so now let's see. Yep, I got my paints pretty much done. So make sure you have selected the layer mask when you do so. Next thing I'm gonna do is change the size. So every one of you, please change it to 900 again for the width. So when you dye 900, and then go ahead and save it. And I'm gonna name it TIFF, same name, TIFF extension, same name, and then just click Save LZW and OK.